Marilyn Monroe's death has been considered to be one of the most horrific Hollywood tragedies of all time. In the early hours of August 5th, 1962, Marilyn's housekeeper woke up with a horrible feeling. She went to Marilyn's room and noticed that the door was locked and the light was still on inside. So she decided to call her psychiatrist, Dr. Greenson. When he came over, he climbed up onto her window to be able to get a good look into her room and saw that she was lying face down in her bed with a telephone receiver in her hand. 36-year-old Marilyn was unconscious and Dr. Greenson broke into her room. Dr. Engelberg, who had prescribed pills for the actress, called the police at 4:20 a.m. and they arrived to the scene shortly after, declaring her dead. After taking an autopsy, it was stated that her life ended after taking too many barbiturates. After a life filled with trauma and a remaking of her identity for Hollywood and becoming an icon for so many people. So let's get into the backstory. Marilyn was born in Los Angeles in 1926 and originally known as Norma Jean Baker. Her mother was a film cutter and her father's identity was never really known. Marilyn's mother was diagnosed with schizophrenia after a mental breakdown, and she shuffled between foster homes in fear of being institutionalized like her mom. In 1942, she began modeling, and in 1946, she signed a contract with 20th Century Fox. She then became known as Marilyn Monroe and started off with just getting some small parts in the early 1950s, but later grew to more lead roles. As Marilyn's fame increased, her mental health decreased, and around this time developed dependence on alcohol and pills and was deemed difficult to work with. She was institutionalized briefly in 1961, and then publicly fired from her movie Something's Got to Give in 1962. So it seems logical to think that her mental health was a big part of her taking her own life. So, case closed, right? Well, what if I told you that the alternative theory was murder? And this theory involves secret affairs, the Kennedys, the FBI, and Frank Sinatra. I'll explain in the next part.